The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right here.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. Carr now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Right Monday, down. Get down, get down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Double count right here, double count.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The 20. And all the way in touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Wilson, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
That's it, baby. We got 1. At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Carr, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away. Marquise Blair.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Drops this off to Richard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brad McDougal.
Obviously disappointed.